welcome to the sixth and the final part of my farming guide series, which is special trees, starting off with the poison ivy. Okay, so the first patch can be found in Miscellanea. The second patch can be found south of Varrock next to the Champions Guild. And the last patch can be found in RD Monastery. Okay, so planting poison ivy isn't that hard. It's pretty simple actually. All you need to do is break your patch if it needs breaking, then put your seeds, and you can't pay for your protection because poison ivy bushes are actually can't get diseased or harmed. Poison ivy berries are the protection for a calculate tree, so by planting 2 bushes and picking them up before the fruit tree run, in that way you can provide your calculate protection payment, which is 8 poison ivy berries. The only calculate patch can be found in Brimhaven, north of Taibo. So calculates are great XP and can be done during the fruit tree run. If you haven't watched the fruit tree video, make sure you do. And you don't need to add super compost to the tree, just pay for its protection, which is 8 poison ivy berries, as we saw in the previous clip. The evil turnip and belladonna patches can be found east inside the Driner Manor. So when you are about to pick up your belladonna, make sure that you are wearing some armored gloves or else you will deal with some damage. After you pick your belladonna up, you will get something called the cave nightshade. You can plant your seed and use a super compost on your belladonna. When you try to eat the cave nightshade, you will get some damage. Evil turnips. Farming evil turnips is pretty simple. Just plant your seed, and you can't add super composts because they're just they don't get diseased. Plus that they take a really short time to grow up, like 4 minutes or something. Anyways, turnips can be good profit as each of them is about 4 or 5 Ks, and can be good food as they can be eaten as 3 parts. So yeah, pretty good. The spirit tree patches can be found in 1 Brimhaven, 2 Port Sarim, and finally Miscellanea. Okay, so planting a spirit tree. A regular spirit tree takes about 3 days to grow up, and the payment is 5 monkey nuts, a monkey bar, these two can be obtained from a petrol, and a sukat tooth, a grand sukat tooth. You can use and teleport through your spirit tree whenever you want. And after completing the Prisoner of Glowfree quest, you will be able to plant 2 spirit trees at a time. The Jad's Vine patch can be found east of Ardit Church, and you can gain access to it after completing Back to My Roots quest. So after checking your Jad's Vine health, you can either leave it until it turns into a wild Jad Vine and get some Slayer XP, or come back shortly after and prune it for some farming XP. Okay, so now for killing the Jad Vine, you'll need a prayer gear, some food, super anti-poison, a prayer potion, and for a spec for a spec item, I use the Dwarven Army Axe, and sometimes I bring a recover spec to spec it more than one time during the fight. Anyways, so pray melee and use a good hatchet against it, and it shouldn't be that hard. So after killing it, cut the roots to get some Slayer XP. And plant your seed in the patch and pay the farmer 10 wild blood hoops for protection. Okay, so that's it for our farming guide series. Hope that it was good enough. And don't forget to watch the previous farming guide videos. And I believe I've mentioned everything that needed to be known about the farming skill. Like this video, share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe. And I'll see you again in another skill guide. Have a nice day, people.